Hey everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. This is our Path of the Damned Herald run, and it is episode 29. Okay, let's doodly do around. We've got to go into the hole, which is tavern here in the gullet, and then we are probably going to go into the narrows and try to find a Delver's Row to kick off some of those things, and then we're probably going to go down into the old city and do that dungeon. Cool stuff. Awesome possum. Lemon blossom. Let's go into the hole. Have cuddly kitties tonight. Cuddable kiddables.
About the boss.
With my own
Of all the holes I've
said
seen,
there's treasures in that pit.
this is one of them.
Shh! Have you lost your wits?
Of all the holes I've seen, this is one of them. That's a fucked up thing to say. We've got Seduzo over here, which I think is the pirate captain that we're supposed to be talking to. We have the barkeep. Oh, there's just a Vithrak here. I forgot about the Vithrak. Ooh, the Vithrak are like... Vithrak are kind of like weird. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, this is like a overhearing a thing. Okay. Before we get super like I love how there's so much to do in one fucking tavern. Oh my god. Okay. We know we've got this Seduzo thing. Let's talk to Seduzo. This Rowatayan sits ramrod straight. On the table near her on the table near her are a half-empty liquor bottle. Oh, and a small porcelain cup. That sentence is a little odd. Both smell of anise. I am not an anise seed. Like a star anise. Isn't that what they make licorice out of? Is that what they make licorice out of? Star anise? Licorice root. Didn't we have that conversation the other day? What is star anise used for? What is star anise used for? Despite its sweetness, star anise traditionally is used in savory recipes, particularly with meats. It adds a sweet, licorice, peppery flavor. Interesting. So, at least I was on the right path with star anise. Nice. Alright. Both smell of anise. She looks like she's trying to blend in, but her unnatural stillness and her bright, spotless attire make her stand out like a reef fish against the rocks. Her eyes find yours.
Harami!
I am here, Seduzo Nui.
Do we expect any foreign merchants today?
Seduzo keeps her eyes on you even as she speaks to the soldier. There is only a brief pause.
We do not, Seduzo Nui.
The captain shifts uncomfortably.
Then state your business quickly. I want to avoid another surprise.
She glances around quickly as if she expects someone to jump out from another corner of the tavern. What's your business in Nekataka?
Nearly done, I hope. I sold a consignment of iron and cultural coral, and will return to Rauatai with vorals, merkberries, and Andra stars.
She shifts in her chair, tugging at her conspicuously clean and bright clothes.
Are you writing that down?
She raises an eyebrow at Seraphim. God damn it, Seraphim.
Nay, lass. We're merely moved to a momentary bout of verse by the beauty on display before me.
He clears his throat and secretes the scrap of paper into a pouch. I really want... Oh. He's probably gonna get mad at this, but let's hear it then, Seraphin.
They're very bawdy rhymes, Cap. Not meant for prim and proper mercantile types.
He rubs the back of his head. Uh-huh.
Ah, you blue softy. You're gonna share with your scofflaw friends and not us?
Aye, aye, milady. Strictly for more personal use, if you be catching my drift.
He winks. She looks at Seraphin as though he were a particularly talkative rodent. She turns back to you.
Anyway, that's what brought me here.
She fidgets with her cup. We'll go with our highest one, which is streetwise. Odd that you'd take your business to the slums unless you're trading illegally. She sets her glass down with a loud clatter.
The Royal Deadfire Company would frown on business in this district. But there's no harm if they don't know.
She laughs nervously.
I just remembered I need to write up a report for my boss. Don't mind me.
Maya unrolls a scroll of parchment and starts transcribing Seduzo's statement. Nice. Palagina holds up her hand, rubbing the tip of her middle finger against her thumb and nodding. She pales, raising a hand to her mouth as the speed of Maya's scribbling intensifies.
What is
I see.
your business with me?
Do you know the way to Delver's Row?
I would have nothing to do with such a place.
Her posture stiffens even as her eyes flit around the room.
Ishi, get my gun.
How is Ishi supposed to get your gun, Maya? Maya furrows her brow. Palagina nods, the corner of her mouth turning to a faint grin.
But I hear it's in the Narrows, behind an empty merchant stall.
She sinks a little lower in her chair. Did you cross paths with a man named Botaro?
The one who threatened me. I shall not soon forget him.
She raises her cup for another sip, scowling into the liquor.
These Huana learn too many pretty words from the Valians. You cannot trust what they say.
We had pretty words before the first ship landed on Rawatai.
Takehu purses his lips and balls his hands at his side.
Yes, but did you speak them with such deceitful intent?
Flustered, she turns away from Takehu. We'll go honest. It's best when people say exactly what they mean.
If only everyone did so.
She raises her cup to you.
But you asked about... what was his name? Bataro? This fellow wanted passage on my ship. As if I were the village ferryman.
She tosses back the rest of her drink a little too quickly.
I told him there was none to be had. Certainly not at his price.
She upends her empty cup. Then what? She refills her cup and sets the bottle down hard.
He told me he had coin. Lots of it. I did not believe him. How could a man who lives in a garbage heap have enough money for passage?
She shakes her head.
Then he shows me a swollenette.
A swollenette?
A marked coin. A token of allegiance. The Principe carry them. I knew then that I was dealing with a pirate. I had heard they were influential in the Gullet, but I did not realize how much so.
She scowls and shudders.
I called for the guards, and they dragged him away. That is the last I saw of him.
He probably didn't even realize it was a swollen head. He was probably just flashing coin or hoping to... Goodness gracious. Okay. Biha and the children still need passage out of the city.
There's nothing I can do. The passenger quarters have been reserved by a dwarf named Orin.
She picks a stray thread from her smooth, crisp jacket.
Why do you bring this to me?
Tell me about Orin.
He and his people are gold-packed knights. Orin is... particular.
She looks at her crew. They nod in agreement.
Perhaps that is good. He just finished a contract to guard the Valian Luminous Mill. I hear animancers are also particular. He's upstairs. Just do not interrupt him if he's arranging things.
She and her crew exchange another quick glance.
There's
Okay.
nothing I can do. But why do you bring this to me?
What about you're a merchant? No, I'll pay you to take them. Actually, let's try this. Let's try to appeal to the Rauataian culture side of things. Fiduzo Nui, they have little here. Think of how they could benefit from Rauataian culture.
That must be the first time I've ever heard civil speech in the gullet.
She nods at your use of the respectful suffix. Maya smirks and folds her arms. And Takehu worries one of his hairs between two fingers. Ooh, no.
Very well. I could take 3 more in the hold, and no more. Orin and his crew have reserved the berths.
The children are small. Surely you can take more.
I will already have to abandon crates of cargo to make room for these 3. Plus, the food and water they require. Send them to me. The sooner we leave, the better.
Not sure I like that outcome.
And I told you there is none. The 3 I agreed to take will barely fit in the hold as it is.
Alright, let's go upstairs real quick and see if we can convince... Because I think we can convince Orin not to go. So if we can do that, maybe we can reconvince her to... So I'm concerned that maybe we have locked the quest in, and she'll only ever take 3. But we'll see.
Happily.
Gold Pack Rogue. Gold Packed Fighter Orin. A dwarf sits before a generous and curious spread. Steamed mussels arranged in concentric circles, rounds of flatbread stacked in a neat tower, and melons sliced in even triangles. Yet his attention is focused on the 4 cups and the bottle in front of him. He has the cups organized in an almost perfect square around the bottle, but just as you look, he leans down to adjust one. Others with him wait quietly and observe the ritual. I'm just gonna wait. Holding his breath, he takes the bottle and measures an equal serving of the wine into the cups, making 3 or 4 passes over each. His companions looked on with practiced patience. As the last bottle is empty, at last the bottle is empty, and he places it in exact center of the square. He picks it up and puts it down in the same spot twice more before he is satisfied.
Cheers.
They all take their cups and drink deeply. At last, the leader turns to you.
What do you require?
What brought you to the Deadfire?
We had a contract with the Valian Trading Company to defend one of their most valuable properties.
He glows with pride.
If you're looking for work, I hardly recommend them. They pay well, and they pay on time.
He raises his cup, and his companions do likewise. So the thing about the gold packs is they always honor the contract, basically. Like, they always honor a pact. And Orin takes this to an obsessive level. So, Seraphim leans nearer you, grinning.
Consistency in the shipping lanes. Good for types mercantile, but better for types piratical.
Did you say something?
Just admiring your spread, my lad. Nothing better after a meal than a ripe pair of melons.
I hear you've bought passage on Captain Seduzo's ship.
Indeed. The good captain has 4 adequate berths, all equally sized, all facing the same direction, and she's promised to leave promptly. A most agreeable arrangement.
He sips his wine. What would it take for you to cede your spots on Seduzo's ship?
Out of the question. We're due in Takoa for another contract, and the client has already paid the advance.
He sips from his cup and immediately runs a folded handkerchief around the rim.
And we have already paid Seduzo. I couldn't possibly take back the same coins I have already spent.
He shivers with dread.
Dundry. These gold-packed knights have a love of obligation that matches my love of country.
Yeah, it does. Okay. Ooh, so we know... Oh, I love this. This is great. We know that he has this horrid obsession with, like, things being perfectly symmetrical and even. So, by telling him that the family will be split and there will only be 3, that's going to drive him crazy. That's the plan, anyways. I'm booking passage for a family, but Seduzo only has room for 3 of them, so they'll be split. His hand jerks so violently that he splashes a few drops of wine on the table. He mops them up, a rigid and pained expression on his face. And you'll be stuck with half of them for the whole journey. Won't that be odd?
That will not do. That will not do at all.
He's still dabbing at the spilled wine, but something brittle has crept into his frown. His companions shuffle nervously. At last, Orin pushes back from the table and looks up at them. Maya thumbs her chin, nodding.
To Queensberth, quickly. We must find a more suitable ship.
Woo! Oh, goodness. The gold-packed knights file out all together. That's funny. I mean, it's funny, but it's not funny. It's actually making fun of a very horrible compulsion that some people have to go through.
Of course.
But it works in our situation, so we'll take it. All right. Hopefully, that now means when we head back down to Seduzo, she will be
I'll try my
all...
best. There you go. Happily.
Ooh, nice. We get a Forsaken Cat. Dude the Six Toes. What? This cat's name is awesome. Dude the Six Toes. Dude the Six Toes. Plus 20 health restored per kill, and 5% of incoming hits converted to grazes. So a pretty defensive cat. That's pretty cool. Oh. Oh. I had to hold that awe because I wasn't sure if that was gonna come to blows or not. Yeah, I'm sure it will eventually. Oh, we get a hungry dog. No, it's not a hungry dog. Deuce. Hungry dog's name is Deuce. Plus 1 constitution and plus 10 health per kill. Not a bad pupper. But not better than what we've got. Well, for our purposes. Alright, great. Let's head back to Seduzo and see if she is now... I think she. Actually, don't know if Seduzo... what gender Seduzo is.
What is your business with me?
Orin won't be traveling with you anymore. She eyes you suspiciously, the soldier with her shrugs.
That is convenient for you. But never mind. If there's trouble, I'm staying out of it. The berths are paid for. You can send your friends as long as you promise not to make trouble for me.
She glances from side to side, checking to make sure no one is listening.
Just do it soon. I don't want any mess you've made to spill onto my decks.
She looks at her crew and makes a twirling motion with her fingers. Alright, sweet. Problem solved. An Orlin covered toe to ear tip in... Wait. Ugh, that sentence. An Orlin covered toe to ear tip in sable fur leans against the bar counting change. She gives you a wide, easy smile when she notices your approach, then slips the coins into her pocket with a wink.
Hey, fresh face.
We gotta
Welcome
try
to the
to
hole.
do some stealing.
Just got 2 rules, yeah? Keep your hands to yourself, and don't fall in. Need something?
Wait, what's the medallion? What's the story with this place?
The hole's been here so long as there's been a gullet. Though it ain't always been mine. What's the neighborhood without a place to get pissed drunk and lose your pants?
Lose your pants? Oh shit! How'd you end up here?
Well, it's a bit of a story. See, I rode a whale into port in the middle of a storm. The Juana took one look my way and knew there was no one who could run the hole but me.
Sure, that's exactly what happened. I had some other
Of course.
questions. I'd like to buy
What
something.
you need?
I need crew.
Sure, I know a few folks who need coin, and a couple of them can even hold their liquor.
We got. Aha! These all seem familiar. We could get a singular cook. We could get a singular deckhand. We want those. Absolutely. We do not want the others. Okay. I'm going to quick save,
Need
and now we're going to
something?
talk about the... What's this medallion?
Whoa now, fresh face. Ain't bright to go waving that thing around just wherever. I know a Mataru trap when I see one, and I'm not looking to be snared. Keep that what's-it to yourself.
I've been dispatched by the highest authority in Nekataka. Either comply or stand among the accused. Your choice.
All right, Captain Fancy Britches.
Ooh.
No need to get your bits in a knot. You'll want to take a look. I'm if Dario doesn't gut you for.
Load game. I'm not looking to drop reputation yet. Bless you. Bless you. Okay. So we're not looking to wave
Need
that
something?
around. Or at
What you
least
need?
if we do, we don't want to be pissy about it. Provisions.
Sure. Bird has cooked up the best grub the gullet has to offer. It's not actual grubs, though. Probably. You're not picky, right? Let me know if you see something that makes your stomach rumble.
Right then. Nothing that I'm just like on about. Forgetful Knight. Minus 20 damage, 20% damage taken, plus 10% damage, and minus 3 dexterity. Oof. Dang. Alright, yeah, nothing that I really care about here. Okay. Let's try once more
Need
with
something?
the
Whoa
medallion.
now. I know a Mataru trap when I see one, and I'm not looking to be snared. Keep that what's-it to yourself.
Would this put your mind at ease?
Only a fool rests easy in the gullet.
Nice, but that gets us a bonus to reputation. Cool.
You'll want to take that medallion over to Delver's Row, the black market. It's all tucked away in that creepy maze on the west end of the gullet. The Narrows. Take a right the first chance you get. Then keep going forward until you see a merchant stall. Look close. There's a secret hallway behind a curtain there. That's your entrance.
Okay, first right we get, continue until we get to the merchant, straight until we get to a merchant stall, then behind the merchant stall is a secret
I'm
entrance.
sure I don't need to tell you this, but all the same, you'd best watch yourself in Delver's Row. The crooks there will kill you just as soon as cheat you out of everything you own. If Dario doesn't gut you first.
Stereo.
You stick around the gullet long enough, you might find out.
Alright, fair enough. Okay, I want to try to, before we mess around too terribly much else,
Speak freely, Ishi. Quiet time.
I'm going to try to rob Seduzo and Fiona. Basically, I want to try to rob named people. I say, I want to rob named people, I start robbing literally everyone. Someone there? Ooh, what about this Vithrak? Can we rob a Vithrak? We can't beat this Vithrak? Holy shit. I imagine it's because they've got, like, you know, mind powers. What's her sleight of hand. Her sleight of hand is not good. It's my sleight of hand, basically. So it's going with her stealth and my sleight of hand. That's interesting. It's cool that the mechanic works that way. Do a quick save. Making bank! Ooh, Tarataru is actually really nice. Not bad. All right, everyone else, go ahead and come up this way.
Your orders?
All right, we got Berta
Why do
here.
you bother me, little kith?
You enjoy... Ooh, I'm pretty sure we can get Berta on our ship. You enjoy working here?
No.
She hawks a fat gobbet of spit. It lands beside the food she's preparing and splatters.
The gullet reeks of illness. The beds are too small. An imp tried to nest in my hair. And Firna, the tavern keeper, refuses to give me more than 1 day off a month. How am I supposed to hunt when I am chained to this stove?
I woke Odie up. Oh no. To sleep, Odie Bodie. Go back to sleep. She scrunches her face into a grimace.
Maybe I'll become a pirate. Get myself a bird and an eye patch.
The patch could do you a world of good, but I can't say I recommend.
Berta silences Maya with a raised palm.
Both.
She cuts Maya a vicious glare. You should join my crew.
How do you mean?
She narrows her eyes and regards you with renewed interest. We've need of a cook, and I admire your, work.
I don't work for free.
She grunts. Maya thumbs her chin, nodding. Seraphin's eyes close as he nods along. Dikehu's lips curve in an approving smirk. 450 copper, will this satisfy you? She examines her coins for a moment. They look tiny in her giant hands, almost like a child's plaything. She shrugs.
This will do. For now.
She pats her meat tenderizer thoughtfully and gives you a small nod.
Romaro ain't never brought me down here. Gods, I miss that man.
We got Onyx, the pig. +1 perception and +10 all defenses against disease attack. I don't think we care about that. We've got hits to grazes, so no, I think likely not. Flint and tinder, tarloaf. Sweet. All right, well, we did that whole thing. Cool. Now we're gonna come over here.
Relax.
Soko.
There. In and out. No complications.
Relax. We're emptying a vault, not water shaping. Martino better come through with that boat he promised.
I'm sure there's a dinghy in your future.
I want to steal from all of them, honestly.
Speak for you were saying.
Ooh. Did we just get proof? I think we just got proof. Oh.
Bayer, I don't know this one.
We asked not to be disturbed. Good. Now get locked.
I'll load that. Nope. Load that. I don't wanna... Well, I say that. We might play around with that. I'm gonna load it and then we're gonna steal all the stuff again. I think we only have to steal from like half of them. But
Can do.
Oh, fuck. Maybe I can just run out. Ooh, nice. Nice. Okay. So now we save, I think, and we...
Captain, give me the order.
Let's read this, what item did we just acquire? Vaults? Oh, this is the vault for... Oh, good. Crudely drawn map of the vault underneath the Bardado estate. In spite of the rough schematic, notes, timetables, and arrows detail the patrol routes of guards with startling precision. Sweet. Let us quick save and head over here. An armored man stands by the far wall, observing a more lightly clothed woman as she busies herself with a handful of wires. The room falls silent, and you find yourself the center of attention.
Bayer, I don't know this one.
She nods towards you.
We asked not to be disturbed. What are you doing here?
He grips his weapon and studies you closely. Ooh. Bluff. Or we can insight. Aren't you one of the Bardato guards?
Well, that's the end of subtlety.
He readies his weapon, his features hardening in a resolute expression.
You told me you weren't followed.
Etzali can't know that I was here. Bad news for our new friend.
He clenches his jaw and advances. Bayer hefts his weapon to square off with you while Persa scrambles for cover. Do we fight? Do we fight? I don't know if we fight or not. Etzali is the head of the Bardado family, I believe. Like, I'm not worried about fighting. I'm pretty sure we'll do fine.
I cannot get through.
Right between the eyes.
Cooked that up, didn't I?
Oh, the bird's going down. Do a...
What's that?
Ooh, what is this? Watch me get my ass kicked. I'm talking all that mad noise.
Nah, too slow.
That's heavy. See her last me.
Sacritu! Que deciles mitu!
You were saying? Not a problem, Captain.
I like how Bear is not even the strongest person here. It's this Bardato priest. Let's take on the spell, right? Who do I have? Do I not have? Of course I don't. Take on this cut purse, since he seems to be the chaser. Just blind this guy. Do I have up? I do not. Not. We are fine here. We're gonna do a guys open overhead.
See her last me too.
Kill that guy. You kill here. Who I would prefer to not have to tank this guy.
Stand together!
We're gonna spirit shift into shark. Okay.
Sacritu! Que deciles mitu!
Perfecto!
I'm not even sure why I'm doing this fight. Is because I think I'm just gonna reload. But I just like fighting in this game, honestly. So that's kind of why I'm doing it. We'll see what Persa says afterwards. Because I'm not against killing Bear.
See her last me too.
Especially if he's betraying the house that he's serving. Definitely had the stink of an inside job there.
You were saying?
You killed him! Let me go, and I won't say a word about what happened here.
Persa's voice quavers fearfully, and she's rooted to the spot as if paralyzed.
She has little to gain and much to lose from crossing you. Show mercy, Watcher.
Absolutely.
Yes, Percom Blanca. Show mercy. The Bardatos sent you, right? No need to kill me over a family tiff, eh?
I think we can actually take over the heist, right? We can basically be like, okay, look, what's your angle, right? We have the plans. Anyways, we're gonna go with the diplomatic one. The Bardatos know about the plan, and this is your one chance to quit while you're ahead.
You killed Bayer and call yourself... Ikosi. I'm just having a hard time wrapping my head around that one.
He attacked me.
This job? I'm out. It never happened.
She slaps her palms in a dismissive fashion and holds them out to you.
Belda's plan was for everyone to converge on the Bardato vault. You won't find me anywhere near the Bardato fortune. Can we agree that that's worth sparing my life?
Get out of here.
I think that would be best as well. Consider me gone.
Okay. I'm okay with that outcome, I think. Ooh, Spellwright's Grimoire. What's in here? Thrust of Tattered Veils, Spirit Shield, Grimoire Slam. Essential Phantom. That's a pretty good one. That could be cool.
Captain, let's go.
Sweet. We got a new person. We completed 2 quests. We stole from a whole shit ton of people. That is a successful stay at a tavern, my friends. Oh, what happened? Did he run her off? Oh, did you run her off? You summoned her? She wanted her mama. She wanted her warm box. That's what she wanted. She was like, Mama! Mama, is sleepy time? Oh, shit. What's going on here?
Don't you bite me.
A man saunters over to you with a jagged smile. He's got a long, crooked scar on his forearm, and he's rolled his sleeve up to flaunt it.
You must be new. Lucky for you, we have a special rate for newcomers. A bag of coppers in exchange for your life.
He brandishes a knife. One of his companions grins widely enough to show you all his missing teeth. But the way they're all gathered around you, leaving their own backs exposed, tells you they haven't been here long either. Go streetwise? Yeah, we got Seraph in here. You're newer than I am, which means you're poaching on someone else's territory.
Told you.
One of the other punches the leader's shoulder. The thugs look at one another and exchange a few panicked whispers.
It seems we've made a mistake. Forgive and forget, no?
He smiles, backing away. They hurry off and disappear back into the crowd. Oh, I kind of wanted to fight them. Oh shit. I'm pretty bloodthirsty in this game, honestly.
Your orders.
But
The order.
I'm trying to do this whole, you know, Knight of Saint
I'm
Elga
listening.
thing and do the diplomatic honest route, you know? Okay, so into Bihaz, we have to inform her that Seduzo will take her. So her and the kids. So that'll be good. Okie dokie.
My village was not like this. Why does Queen Onikaza not send the foreigners away?
I found the money Botaro hid. Take it.
That much copper would only bring suspicion.
Hmm.
Besides, maybe Suduza will accept it in exchange for passage.
Did you know Botaro was working for criminals?
Of course not. He worked on the docks, I'm sure of it.
Her face flushes with shock. He showed Seduzo a swollen net.
Please, no more.
She holds her hands to her ears, backing away from you. As you say.
The Overseer looks for a reason to toss us below too. Such talk will bring him to our doorstep.
She shudders. I spoke with Captain Seduzo about passage out of Nekataka.
What say, then?
Biha listens with cautious hope. The children look on with wide, round eyes. She has agreed to take you all. She is momentarily speechless, her eyes filled with tears. She drops the reeds as she brushes them away.
Maybe Rao and I will teach you a thing or two about cleaning your rags properly.
Takehu furrows his brow, sighing through his nose.
May Amira's winds ever
Loss.
blow sweet for you. We will pray always for you in this life and in each to come.
He picks up the 2 infants and hurries the others out the door. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Ooh. Can we load? Let's load real quick. Issue being is I do believe there's a conversation if you go down to the old city, which we plan to do. I do believe you can find Botaro's body, and there's a conversation for reporting that to Biha. So, and I don't think there's any time limit on the Seduzo stuff. So we'll just save that for later. We'll come back and tell her all of this stuff, and then we'll go from there. Should be good. All right. In that case. He's home. Delis is home. Italy's Sanctuary. I think it's time to go to Delver's Row. And then after Delver's Row, I think it's time to go down to the Old City. Sounds about right. You enter a dim alleyway that reeks of urine and torch smoke. A long passage stretches to your left and right. Shadows move in the guttering torchlight, but they're nothing more than shapes at this distance. The chatter and bustle of the gullet continues behind you. Go right. You trudge along the darkened passage and reach an intersection. The tunnel branches off to the right. You hear the distant murmur of voices down the darkened path, but see no one. So, I know the proper way, but I'm really curious about what is... Maybe this is just a maze and I can just, like, explore this text-wise. We saved before we came in, so let's go to the right. The tunnel continues to the left. The floor around the entrance is spattered with something like as thick and dark as tar. It looks like speth. Go left. A handful of guards emerge and block your way, crossing their thick arms over their chest. One of them spits a vicious black gob at your feet, rolls a dark plug between his teeth. Better head back, friend. It's invitation only past here. Show the swollen net. The guard nods and lets you pass, chomping loudly on mouthfuls of smeth. At the end of the passage is a stately door crafted of polished mahogany. Through the small slit in the door, you catch flashes of fire-cast shadows and bright textiles. The scent of sandalwood and cinnamon oil come to you on a warm draft. Whatever's beyond the door is likely far more elegant than anything else you've seen of the gullet. Enter the hideout. Is this What's-His-Face's? I think this is What's-His-Face's place. Oh shit, I didn't even, we just accidentally came here. Holy crap. Yeah, this is Dario's lair. Oh shit. Dario the Lean. A thin, long-limbed man holds a handkerchief in one hand and a threaded needle in the other. As you approach, he sets his handiwork aside and you see an elaborate goldwork pattern embroidered around the edge, the same pattern that adorns his brilliant tunic. You also notice a strange bulk beneath the thin fabric of his trouser legs that runs from hip to ankle.
Ah, how exquisite. I am so rarely surprised. You found one of my swollenettes, did you?
He leans forward with a squeak of leather and a rattle of metal. You see something protruding above his boots, the bottom of a leg brace. Yes.
And then you found this place. Resourceful, indeed.
He claps his hands, running his long fingers together as he considers you. He leans forward, watching you closely.
A moment. You are the Watcher of the Deerwood, no?
Yes.
I am thinking we could be grand friends, you and I. You cannot have too many friends in Nekataka.
Dario bares his perfect, even teeth in a smile.
The cap ain't short of friends, Dario, if that be your thinking. But that don't mean there ain't room aboard for one more.
And I need only a favor. An insignificant thing for a watcher like you. There is an artifact called the Cornet of Waves, which is currently in the possession of a Juana named Takano.
Actually, it's in my possession.
I would like you to liberate it for me.
He flutters his slender hands in a way that resembles a bird taking flight. Why do you need a watcher?
Watchers see what many cannot. Takano is a man of many vanities, as your special gifts will no doubt reveal.
I've already seen him.
His villa is on the eastern edge of Serpent's Crown, just downwind of the palace.
He pauses, tinting his fingers.
The opportunist I first hired was too bold and found herself ejected from the district.
Uh-oh.
With your genteel manners and unique talents, I am hoping you can avoid such complications and persuade Takano. After all, it would be best to avoid drawing the ire of our Mataru hosts. When you have the cornet, bring it to me. I will pay you well for it, and you will find my favor useful in this part of the city.
What is the Cornet of Waves?
It is an old Juana artifact, a musical instrument of sorts.
One hand plays with the elaborate decoration at his sleeve.
Ages ago, it was part of a pair, but its companion, the Cornet of Depths, was lost when the old city sank. Both are said to carry the voice of Andra herself.
Interesting.
Look no further, silly man. I speak with Ngati's tongue.
And are you willing to sit upon my shelf for my entertainment?
His eyes crawl over to Kehu and he smirks, and he returns his attention to you.
I do not believe in these superstitions, of course.
Inside. What do you want with it?
I have told you all you need to know of the cornet. Now, I suggest you focus your sharp mind on retrieving it.
Need to ask about another matter.
What do you require?
Okay. We're not gonna turn it in yet. What happened to your legs?
A storm, a rash decision, and an accident at sea. One that took my sailing days, but not my skill with a needle.
He smiles cryptically.
Life in the Deadfire is unpredictable. Sometimes it takes you in its jaws only to spit you out onto some new shore.
The Principe seems divided. Which side are you on?
Why must we speak of sides? Like squabbling merchants from the republics.
He makes a face as if he just smelled something awful.
Ugh, our merchants squabble. I imagine your pirates do not bother with the squabble and just put a bullet through the head of whoever displeases them.
That is accurate.
Better to spend lead than waste words, Ainika.
He smiles.
Once, there were no sides. Only Principe, a people united by common interest and culture. But as our fame has grown, so have our numbers. Many of these new bloods have no sense of restraint and little regard for our heritage.
So Dario is definitely old blood then. His long fingers stray to his shining swollen net.
He ain't blowing ballast, Cap. Don't mean there's a course to be charted back to the golden days, though.
Sigh, Seraphim shrugs. Just listen.
But we need them still. The new bloods are Principe too now, and many are inventive in ways the old guard is not.
Inventive or not, their ships will end up in Andra's clutches.
For such a serious people, you Rawatayans have most
nice,
colorful imaginations.
Nice burn. Okay, so let's talk about this whole Mad Morena thing. Need to speak with Mad Morena.
First, you must bring me the Cornet of Waves.
Okay, very well. Okay, I'm gonna save real quick. I'm gonna look up what the Cornet of Waves is, if there's any other use for it. I doubt it. There's not normally a lot of, like, overlap in quests or things like that. Okay. Yep, it has no value other than the quest. So it's cool. What about the other one? The Cornet of the Depths also seems to have no value otherwise. Cornets. Ah, so you have to have the Cornet of Waves or the Cornet of Depths to do a lot of the stuff in the old city. Which of course we can pick up the Cornet of Depths while we're down in the old city. However, if we go ahead and save the Cornet of Waves for now, then we could we could make things easier on ourselves, basically. Okay, well, we'll do that. We'll just come back here in a little bit.
Still as a pond.
Is there a spot? There is. All right, it's stealthin' time.
Easily done. Don't mention it.
Scoria, golden obol. And let's reset real quick.
You were saying?
I think maybe over here.
Can do.
Probably not. Nope.
What did you find, Ishi?
Oof.
Yes?
I'm listening. Can do.
There's a lot of high tier stuff over here. Yeah, damn. Oh, just Dario himself is just super aware. So we're gonna have to just come back later. No worries. Explore the Narrows. So we want to go right. Tunnel branches off to the right and left. We're gonna go left. This is gonna lead us back. To the left is back out. We're gonna go forward. Tunnel ends, branches off. We're gonna go right. You come to a door. It is as solid as the stone around it, with no handle and no knob. It's deathly quiet on the other side. You rap gently on the door, and the sound echoes as if in a wide, empty space. Around. Go left. Go forward. All right, from here to the right is back to Dario's spot. Go forward. All right, so we are at the merchant's stall. We'll come back to it. Go forward. Tunnel opens on your right. Rats squeak and squitter as you approach. The way before you corkscrews into darkness. We'll go right. Stone floor is littered with fish bones and bread crusts and stamped with footprints in all shapes and sizes. Voices echo down the passage ahead of you. Go forward. Passage opens into a large cavern. Below you, ramshackle buildings crowd together like broken teeth. A maze of streets winds beneath them, or between them, some barely wide enough for two to pass abreast, and yet throngs of people fill the narrow streets and tiny plazas, their voices rising with the smoke of hundreds of torches. Explore the neighborhood. Pick your way down the worn, uneven stairs and descend into the hubbub below. Juana men, women, and children surround you, all laughing, haggling, and quarreling over one another. You notice a few foreign faces, Valians, Adirans, and even a few Rowatayans slipping through the crowd. A heady mixture of frying fish, unwashed bodies, and accumulated refuse permeates the air. You come across a Ruparu man and woman sitting on a rooftop watching the activity below. They're passing a pipe back and forth and talking quietly. He gnaws the end of the pipe nervously. My neighbor disappeared near the Undercroft weeks ago. He shrugs. Always smugglers and pirates lurking there. Some of them turn to slaving. He nods, taking a puff. That's for what I stay away from Delver's Row. Plenty of bad sorts there. He holds her hand out for the pipe. Akira, but they are the only sorts who pay. They lapse into silence, smoking peacefully. Continue exploring the neighborhoods. You find yourself in the middle of a shop-lined street, packed shoulder to shoulder with the people around you. You can barely move. But you know how pickpockets operate. You keep your hands over your valuables. As a passerby brushes against you, you feel a hand reach for your purse. You grab its wrist and pull the thief towards you. Before you is a Juana child. Her eyes are wide with terror. Hell yeah. Teach the child better technique. She's wary at first, but she slowly draws closer as she watches your quick, practiced movements. With your encouragement, she mimics your deft maneuvers. She does quite well. She thanks you with a mischievous smile and turns to go. Child disappears amongst the crowd. Continue exploring the neighborhood. You come across a corner where a pair of thugs, a man and woman, have surrounded a Juana man. He has a potbelly and a nervous expression, and he's backed himself as far into the corner as he can. The thugs advance. It's an exchange. You pay us, and we don't hurt you. Let's go the intelligence. This isn't worth it. How much are you really going to make off of a few poor Roparu? The thugs consider your words and nod. He's right. Let's head to the surface. Plenty of money floating around the bathhouse. Okay, well, we just sent thugs to go attack people in the streets? The Juana man thanks you and nervously scurries away. Nothing of relevance catches your attention. Take it all in, moving through the masses without incident. Come across a Roparu man and woman sitting on the rooftop. Okay. He takes a long draw on the pipe. You thought more about the offer? She scrapes a pattern in the grit. Sneaking luminous dust for the Principe man? Better than pushing Rauatai cannons, I say. He blows a long stream of smoke through his nose. My cousin went to muscle for him. Says he pays well and pays fast. She picks dirt for him under her nails. Best work in the gullet, as long as the Mataru and their traitor friends don't notice. They lapse into silence, smoking peacefully. Nothing of relevance. Nothing of relevance. We'll try once more. You pass a busy stall where a man serves murk brew in chipped shells. A rich, nutty aroma rises on plumes of smoke. You hear a gasp of surprise behind you and see a small group of people huddled together, chattering. Listen in. An elderly man shakes his head. Any with eyes can see they do not build ports for our sake, yet the queen allowed their fort in the city. The woman next to him clucks. Akira, the palace is so high, even her head is in the clouds. Another man shrugs. At least the Rauataians will drive the other foreigners away. They make too much trouble for the other tribes. Then they flee and crowd us here. The others murmur in agreement. Before you hear more, the teeming masses sweep you further down the street. Nothing of relevance. Come across a Ruparan man. Okay. Found a half a silver fin in the heap yesterday, still with the head. He shakes his head. Amira's wind blows sweet for you. Besides, wreathing her head in smoke, no winds down here. You gotta dig. Always the good stuff gets buried by scraps, Akira. That's so rough, man. Alright, I think we have exceeded what we can do. Return to the Narrows. Okay, we want to go forward. We want to go right. Make your way forward, feeling the walls to guide yourself in the darkness. Your hands come down slimy. You smell something foul further down the tunnel, the stench of loosed bowels and the metallic tang of blood. At the end of the tunnel, you find a body slumped against the wall. Stab wounds rend the corpse's clothes and flesh, and its arms and knees twist at unnatural angles. Search the body. Failure. You find a small note stuffed in the dead man's pockets. Read the note. Ulag. There's a new shipment for your Roparu friends waiting near the lift in Delver's Road. Oh, Ulag was the guy who was... Okay. Come get the food for the cave stinks rots it. Your mad captain, Morena. P.S. Give the old man my regards. I put an extra koiki in there just for him. P.P.S. Don't say I've never done anything nice. Gained a dead man's note. Okay, turn around. Go forward. Inspect the merchant stall. Man, this watcher-only check is fucking rough. Laid out are various trinkets made from junk, necklaces strung from fish bones and shoe buckles, and bracelets made with shards of broken glass, but the curtain sways and flaps as if stirred by a draft. You switch it aside and discover a secret passageway. On your left is an abandoned merchant stall. Go through the curtain behind the merchant stall. You check the tunnel one more time to make sure no one was watching, then you slip behind the curtain and into another passageway. You're walking along when silver-hooded figures materialize out of the darkness. Not so fast. You gotta pay a toll if you want to visit Delver's Row. Good folk, open markets are vital to a healthy economy. Would you turn away a paying customer? They look at each other and shrug. Show the swollen net. The guards in the tunnel nod and let you through. You continue on, and the rough stone changes to smooth cobble under your feet. Wan lamplight shivers ahead, as yellow and tremulous as fear itself. Before you is a narrow cavern that writhes with shadows and echoes with the music of jingling coin. Enter Delver's Row. Sweet. And I think that's probably going to be the end of this, unless something's about to happen at the beginning of this. We'll see. Anything? I think it just puts us here. Yeah, cool. So, that is going to be the end of this video. If you're watching on Twitch, stick around. We're going to keep playing. If you're watching on YouTube, hope you enjoyed, and we will see you next time. Bye, everybody.